Hey guys, this is Boss of Manga and today you'll see new top 10 romantic and tragedy manhwa and manhua. Don't forget to subscribe and leave likes, that very motivates me to create more and more content. Enjoy watching. Number 10. The Boxer. Status ongoing, genres action, drama and sports, rating 4.8 stars. I understand why this had such a high rating. It deserved it. It starts showing off a talent asshole, then a weak, courageous young man, and then our MC. A monster who had an extraordinary talent of boxing. The problem, he doesn't see the point in doing it. He looks dead inside. Then some boxing coach recruits him and the fun begins. This manga is really thrilling. Average. But damn, they can make some creepy as hell looking character. The talented asshole. I mentioned it earlier, the most difficulty at Adest, who looks like Bokugo from BNHA. He's like an antagonist who needs some scenes knocked into him. Then we have the weak, courageous young man who is tragedied by the asshole. His father was a boxer and he strives to become one. The next is the MC, Akayu. It's like the villain who doesn't even give an effort yet still wins. He makes winning look so simple, he literally sees the punches in slow motion. I remember that when the coach who recruits you first meet him, he said that you looked bored of waiting for the punches. You is a boxing prodigy. Number 9. Sweet Home. Status ongoing, genres fantasy, rating 4.8 stars. In my opinion, the manga has a cool art style and a well-told story. Some foreshadowing is the first character might be confusing, but after future reading, you get into it more. Even though I like the story and it is definitely a worth read, the story and when it will happen at next is sometimes pretty predictable. On the other hand, there are the moments where you get completely through off the road. Another thing is the character development and their design as well. Some characters are mainly viewed, while other important characters just stand at the sideline. Of some character you get to know their feelings and you learn about their past, while others are just flatly brought into the story to give it some fresh air, which is pretty sad because I think this manga would be a lot of better if some of the character wouldn't be that left out so much. Overall, this manga is definitely a worth read, also it's not for everyone. So you should definitely take a look. Number 8. Return of the Legend. Status ongoing, genres drama, fantasy, shonen webtoons and manhwa, rating 4.8 stars. Due to the situation like the second IMF, the security company Jang Tia-san worked for goes bankrupt, and he becomes an unemployed man wandering around, no raging done. He looks his life saving an elementary school student who was almost hit by the car. But thanks to his good dad, he goes 14 years back in time and is welcomed to a new life. However, the joy of being received is short-lived. The thrill of having to make the college entrance exam again makes me dizzy. But I remember all the CSAT problems that I encountered while studying and the stock market graph I saw while working as a stockbroker. The last life was ruined, but that this next life will become their success. Number 7. Of all things, I Became a Crown. Status ongoing, genres fantasy and romance, rating 4.7 stars. I love this so much. I would argue that this was better executed in terms of pathing over a wholesome princess due to how fast the story progresses and gets straight into the meat of it. She transforms from a bird to a human in last character as well, which makes the ML's behavior not as strange since he's attached to a bird. Number 6. The Girl from Random Chatting. Status ongoing, genres action, comedy, drama and romance, rating 4.6 stars. This is honestly a really interesting and great manhwa. The storyline is so unique and the main character isn't perfect. He is human. Even the bad guys of this story all have backstories that made them his way. I found myself binge reading this many times. The characters are very unique in my point of view. The story is a good combination of the harshness, real world. The art is so beautiful. I took so many screenshots of the character. You can clearly see the author has put so much effort into this. I want to draw like this, lol. The art keeps improving through the new characters. The characters are so interesting. My favorite character, Taeyanch Lee. He is the one that bullies the MC. I can honestly say I originally had him, but after I learned this path, which doesn't excuse for his actions against the MC BTW, I realized how complicated his character was. I can't really explain why I like this, but oh well. Another thing I like about this story is that all the three characters have emotions, as far as I remember. I won't say of all their emotions can justify their actions, but this gives us a peek of what they did. I would definitely recommend it if anyone out of looking for a manhwa to read. Number 5. The reason why Rihanna ended up at the Duke's mansion. Status ongoing, genres comedy, fantasy, mystery, romance, shoujo, manhwa and isekai, rating 4.6 stars. This is an amazing read. The MC is intense to Emel's feeling nor to the obvious to her feelings, and she has a semi-cliche reason of why she's avoiding him. The story may not be fully original as it is an isekai, but I have no regrets reading this and neither will you. Number 4. This is the only ending for the villainess. Status ongoing, genres fantasy and romance, rating 4.9 stars. Out of all the isekai or reincarnation manhwa and webtoons you have read so far, this one of the pretty unique. The whole game like future is the beginning was pretty cool. I'm glad that the author doesn't just skip over how they came into the game world like a lot of others do. A lot of other webtoons just help as the past, but here her past background story is incorporated into her new life. It's pretty interesting so far. I just judged the storyline completely because this translation's just getting into the main plot genre. I totally recommend this, especially if you are into this genre. The art style are gorgeous. I am a sucker for pretty characters. Just don't be quick to judge since it gets better the more you read it. Hopefully my opinion doesn't change cause that would be quite disappointing. Number 3. Beware of the villainess. Status ongoing, genres drama and romance, rating 4.8 stars. Honestly, I love the whole villainess stories, but this is my all-time favorite. The FL is very relatable and doesn't depend on people when it comes to fighting. She is amazingly witty and relatable. She puts things into perspective where they normally find this different. For example, a lot of us like the type of guy who always appears out of nowhere and protects the FL. She breaks down the whole idea and unromantic the idea while making us laugh. Let's not forget how he is such a badass who won't put up his dumb shit. This is not your stereotypical wittiness, but it is the best one I ever read. Number 2. Who Made Me a Princess? Status ongoing, genres comedy, fantasy, romance, manhwa and isekai, rating 4.7 stars. A masterpiece. I've been looking for a webtoons manhwa to read to make me get into anime, mangas, webtoons, webcomics again, and this just put me in again. I've been rereading every character and I can't wait to be able to read the new season. Aside from its artistically made character, the plot of the story and story flow makes me different from all. I instantly fell in love with the character and I would actually love to read how Diana and Cloud love the story went on. This has got me hooked and I think it will take forever for me and to move on already. I don't know if I have expressed it already, but I am in love with this and it will forever be. For anyone who wants to read this, I don't hesitate and be mesmerized by the author's creativity and imagination. And number 1, the legendary Moonlight Sculptor. Status: ongoing genres: action, adventure, comedy, drama, fantasy, martial arts, romance, sci-fi, shonen, slice of life, webtoons, and manhwa. Rating 4.8 stars. And this is another manhwa was the best manhwa I ever read. After dismissing it a few times, I finally got a solid recommendation and picked it up. After the first couple characters, I realized it was gold. Funny, edgy, hip, solid storyline, amazing art, fun pacing, little things about the detail of the art, the painterly, watercolor-like frames on each page. The dynamic and innovative use of panel work was awe-inspiring. I found my stomach aching from laughing at the character in the story. I found myself rooting for the protagonist in a way that was uncommon for other stories. While Season 1 of an overall better story, Season 2 was the recoasted to peak and valleys. Excellent and underrated read. And that's the end. My name is Boss of Manga. Bye.